South Carolina State Representative, a Republican, his name is R.J. May, has been caught of possessing 200 plus videos of child pornography, either on his phone or on his home computer. Um, this guy has been a going after like South Carolina, so he's a Southern Republican, and one of their favorite ballywicks is going after the immigrants and going after trans people, and this guy's no exception. He's been saying that trans people are predators and they're coming after your children, and we need to do gentle inspection of make sure that none of these transgenders are out there competing in women's sports. This guy is just one of those guys. And it turns out that South Carolina State Congressman R.J. May, allegedly shown a sexual interest in children the same age as his own children, according to court documents. A Republican lawmaker in South Carolina House has been charged with 10 counts of distributing child sex abuse material. R.J. May was arrested in May at his home in Lexington County. His arrest on federal charges was the culmination of a lengthy investigation into his internet activities. He appeared in federal court on Thursday. According to the incident, the three-term Republican, he's been there for 3 terms, so, way to keep a watchful eye there, South Carolina. 3-term Republican has several screen names, including one reference former President Joe Biden, triple N 69. Awesome. While exchanging CSAM files on Kik social media network. Kik notified the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children in April of 2024 of several videos containing child abuse links to the accounts that the prosecutors agree were controlled by May, according to this television station. So the links were coming from his home. During the hearing on Thursday, a memo included Kik data was made public, showing May's alleged account had 265 videos of child abuse associated with it. The data also include IP address data link to the account in May's home's Wi-Fi network. Agents confirmed during a surveillance of the residence, and again during the search of the resident that the Wi-Fi at May's residence was password protected. Thus, for the child abuse activity on Kik to have been conducted by someone other than May, that person would have had to have known his Wi-Fi password. The indictment also states that the forensic analysis of May's phone found that he had deleted Kik, Telegram, Mega, and Loki Messenger within seconds of each other on April 2024. The memo further alleges that May's activity on Kik showed that he has a sexual interest in children the same age as his own children, and a sexual interest in incest between 2 young children and their parents. God damn. Oh my God. This dude right here. It's the trans people that are after the kids. It's not me. It's the guy that shouts the loudest. It's that same old trope yet again. Every accusation is essentially a confession. Every time you accuse somebody of doing something, it makes me want to let's go investigate this guy's basement. You start accusing people of being a pedophile, I guarantee you have done some of that shit. And just a reminder, because I wrote down a handful of these. These are some of the abusers, and they're all happen to be conservative. Because every time we hear this, it's always some kind of, right-wing conservative Christian who is pointing the finger at somebody else. That's the one that, those people are out to get our children. Those people are sexual deviants. Meanwhile, here we go. Republican Congressmember Mark Foley he used to email a bunch of teenage boys. Dennis Hastert, former Republican Speaker of the House, molested young boys and used hush money to cover it up. Y'all remember toe-tapping Senator Larry Craig, who used to go into rest stop bathrooms and do a little toe tap, under the stall to see if somebody would come over there and give him some head, or maybe he wanted to give them some head. Remember that guy? How about Representative Jim Jordan, who covered up 43 accusers against Dr. Richard Strauss while Jim Jordan was a wrestling coach? The Dr. Richard Strauss had abused all of the young boys, and there was at least 43 accusations, and he ignored them all. Trump advisor George Natter, multiple convictions of child porn and molestation. He was actually convicted and went to jail. He should have done that shit recently because, he'd probably get off of it if it was happening right now. Ralph Shortley, a former Trump Oklahoma chairman, got 15 years for sleeping with an underage boy. Roy Moore, who ran for Senate a few years back, if y'all remember, he was accused by at least a half a dozen girls of sexual misconduct. And one girl, when he was a security guard at a mall before he even got into politics, I think he was a security guard for a mall. And there was at least one girl who accused him of, trying to trap her in his car. Joel Greenberg, that was Matt Gaetz's boy, who did all of those Venmo payments to underage girls so he could traffic them across state lines to have sex with Matt Gaetz, allegedly. Matt Schlapp, who was a representative of the RNC, if y'all remember, in the summer of last year, the RNC convention happened, and one of his staffers was in a car with him, and he was groping him and grabbed him by the crotch. And it's always these closeted gay guys. Oh, by the way, the RNC last year, I can't remember what city they were in, but they literally crashed the Grindr website, the app Grindr, which is the gay dating app Grindr. That literally collapsed while the RNC was going on. It's always the people who are the most Christian conservative, and they're closeted, and they're shoving down into their guts all of their feelings. And then when they have an opportunity to unleash and unload, pardon, I didn't mean to put a visual in your head, but when they have that opportunity, they go fucking wild, these guys. Y'all remember Trump's spiritual advisor was arrested for sex crimes. His name was Robert Morris. He got busted with a 12-year-old girl. Dallas megachurch pastor, he did the Texas bathroom bill, and he was an advocate for Greg Abbott. He ended up getting busted for child porn. So it seems to me that every single accuser of transgender people being child predators, if you hear one of these conservatives, like this guy right here, this I mean, goddamn, man. I mean, the incest and his children. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. But it's like, it seems to be every one of these guys that screams the loudest about, predators coming after children. It always seems to be those guys that end up getting busted with child pornography or having sex with underage people. And every time he's like, hey, QAnon, remember the whole, we got to go after the predators out there. We got to go get them. But you're ignoring every last one of these. You pretend like you don't see these. Where are you? We got to protect the children, protect children, protect children. Every time you say that, and then one of these guys gets away with some shit or gets busted and it gets found out and gets put on the news, I never hear one word from you. It's like Republicans when it comes to free speech. You know, they're advocates for free speech until a protest happens, and then they're like, go get them, go get them. You know, mow them down with your car. You know, send in the army. When you hear, especially a conservative, a Christian conservative, start spouting off and accusing people of being child predators, check out their basement. I guarantee you're going to find some ugly ass shit. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, please like and subscribe. Keep rocking.